Thank you for using e-notification. This video offers instructions on how to add activities and operators to a notification using the e-notification site. To add an activity, you must be on the Add Activity page. You may reach the Add Activity page from either the map page or the summary page, which can be reached via the top navigation bar. From the map page, select the Add Activity button after drawing, importing, or clicking on the appropriate unit. From the summary page, add an activity under the Units, Activities, and Operators section. Fill out all sections with an asterisk on the Add Activity and Method section. Please note that the activity will be automatically populated using your selection from the map page. If a quantity is not needed, e-notification will automatically enter NA in the appropriate box. Your start date must be at least 15 days in the future, and there is a 15-day waiting period on each notification. If your operation would benefit from specific remarks, add those into the appropriate box. Note that there is no longer a waiver option on the notification itself. If you would like to request a waiver, contact the stewardship forester assigned to your notification. His or her contact information can be found on the ODF Contact Information section of the summary page, which can be reached via the top navigation bar. If you are adding a chemical activity, such as a herbicide application, please enter in all the appropriate chemicals that will be used in your operation. Please note that you must select the Add to Activity button next to each field to add these to your notification. If you do not click Add to Activity, the information will not be added even if you save the page. Please note that if you are filling out a fertilizer application, the field next to fertilizer is best filled in by the fertilizer's brand or common name. After you have added an activity to a unit, you have the option to add multiple activities to the same unit as long as each activity has the same feature type and extent. An activity defined by an area boundary can be included with a unit that has an activity with the same area boundary. But an activity represented by a line or point cannot be added to a unit defined by the area activity. Instead, a new unit is required if the area boundary of the new activity does not match the extent of the area boundary of the other activity in the unit. There are three options to add an activity. First, add another activity from the previous activity page. Select Add Another Activity and proceed to provide activity information as detailed in this video. Second, add another activity from the map page by selecting Map from the top navigation bar. Select the unit you would like to add the activity to. This will highlight it in blue and pink. Next, select the Add Activity button from the bottom right-hand menu. Please note that while this button does not say Add Another Activity, it will still add a different activity to the same unit. Third, you may add another activity from the summary page, which can be located via your top navigation bar. Scroll down to the Units, Activities, and Operators section. Note that the unit names are marked in green with the names that you originally provided. Find the unit you would like to add another activity to and select the Add Activity button. Please note that if you need to remove an activity from a notification, you must do so from the summary page. From here, scroll down to the Units, Activities, and Operators section. Locate the correct unit and activity if there are multiple of either, and select the red Remove button. A prompt box will appear. If you have selected the correct unit, click Yes. After selecting Yes, the activity will be removed from your notification. Adding an operator can be done while completing the Add Activities page or from the Summary page. From the Add Activity page, under the Activity Operator section, select the appropriate operator. From the Summary page, scroll to the Units, Activities, and Operators section. Find the appropriate activity and select the Add Operator button. To select yourself as the operator for this activity, select I'm the operator from the options on the left-hand side of the screen. If you identified yourself as an operator when you registered, eNotification will automatically input your information into the operator fields in their respective activity. If so, you have completed adding an operator to the activity. If you did not input your contact details when you registered, you will not be able to classify yourself as an operator until you do so. To do so, select your name button from the options at the top of the page. Next, scroll down to the My Contact Details section and fill out all of the appropriate information. Once finished, select the Save button at the bottom of the screen. You may now add yourself as an operator for any activity on a notification by selecting I am the operator. This information will now be displayed both on the specific activity page and on the summary page under the appropriate activity heading. To add an existing operator to an activity, select the Search button. A search bar and a list of operators in notification will be displayed. You can search through the pages by clicking on the number and arrows on the bottom of your screen, or by typing in the operator and selecting Search. Once you have found the appropriate operator, select Add to Activity. Once the operator has been added, the information will display both on the specific activity page and on the summary page under the appropriate activity heading. To add a new operator to the activity, select the New Operator button. This will present you with the Add a New Operator page. From here, fill out the information required by the red asterisk. Please note that if your operator has an email address, it is important to fill that section out. If this is not filled out, they will not have access to the e-notification system and will not get notification email updates. Rather, they will receive paper copies of notifications or applicable information from ODF in the mail. Next, fill out the Operator Contact Details section with the appropriate information. After you have input all of the correct information, select the Add Operator button. A success banner will show at the top of your screen. This operator can now be selected via the search function for future notifications and activities. After the operator has been added, his or her information will display on the Add Activity page as well as the Summary page. To remove an operator, you must locate the Summary page by clicking on the Summary button on the top navigation bar. Scroll down to the Units, Activities, and Operators section and find the activity that you would like to remove the operator from. Please note that you should not select the red Remove button from the Summary page. Rather, click on the activity name. This will take you to the activity page where your operator information is located. From here, select the red Remove button under the Current Operator section. You will not be displayed with a success banner. However, your operator information has now been removed from this activity. Once you have input all of the appropriate activity and operator information, you may now proceed in your notification. Selecting Save will allow you to save your notification on the current page without moving forward in the notification process in case you need to leave and return later. Add another activity will allow you to save the information you have just provided and take you to a new activity page where you can add another activity to the same unit. Back to Map will take you back to the Map page where you may again select on a unit and add a new activity to it, or add, import, or delete a unit. If you are ready to proceed with your notification process, select the Go to Contacts button. This will take you to the next step in the notification process. For more detailed information on how to continue with the notification submission process, please refer to the Adding Contacts video. Thank you.